They are half the size and there are half as many. Andrew Branton's potato crop has been hit hard by the driest growing season in more than 40 years.
By the time you've peeled it or done anything to prepare it, you won't have much left.
This corner of England supplies veg to the nation, but Andrew says this year's harvest is nothing less than a disaster.
There's just no way that crops in the UK can cope with the climate we've had this year. Lack of water, intense temperatures. You can't reverse this process.
And this isn't just your farm, Andrew. I mean, we can be confident this is replicated throughout the east of England in similar crops.
Absolutely, yeah. And of course the east of England grows predominantly most of the UK's crops of this nature.
The scorched landscape tells some of the story, though we're not yet in an official drought. Yorkshire Water says its supplies are slightly lower than normal and is urging its customers to save water where they can. Anglian Water says it doesn't envisage a hosepipe ban because its storage systems are working well.
It's the driest that it's been since 1976, and just this month we've only had about 4% of the rainfall that we would normally expect in July. We're not worried for this year, but it would give us cause for concern if we had a further dry winter looking into spring and summer for next year.
River levels, though, are getting low, especially in Lincolnshire, and that can be a threat to wildlife. The Environment Agency says it's now considering emergency restrictions on the businesses and farms that are normally allowed to take water from these rivers. The Environment Agency's map shows rainfall for the 3 months up until the end of June. The green shows normal levels, and all of Yorkshire and Lincolnshire is yellow or orange, well below average.
We have regular discussions with Anglian Water about our water usage, and we're very conscious of trying to minimise the amount we are using. So we're not watering everything every day. We are carefully looking at what is needed, and we're just watering those individual plants as they require it. So that's saving a significant amount of water.
Vast swathes of Europe that grow this type of crop have experienced just as bad, if not worse, weather. So I think the actual problem will be over the whole European continent. It's quite serious.
It's too late for this crop. Rain and lower temperatures are badly needed if the so-called breadbasket of England is to produce enough food for all of us in the months ahead.
All too small.
Paul Murphy, BBC Look North, Spalding.